Physiology and morphology are two distinct branches of biology that focus on different aspects of living organisms. Understanding the differences between these fields helps clarify how they contribute to our overall knowledge of life. Physiology is the scientific study of the functions and processes of living organisms and their parts. It delves into how organs, tissues, cells, and biomolecules carry out the chemical and physical functions necessary for life. Physiologists investigate how these systems work individually and together to sustain life, focusing on processes such as metabolism, respiration, circulation, neural function, and reproduction. The goal is to understand how the body maintains homeostasis, adapts to different environments, and responds to stimuli. Techniques in physiology often include experiments with living organisms, tissue cultures, and advanced imaging and biochemical methods to observe and measure bodily functions. Morphology, in contrast, is the study of the form and structure of organisms and their specific structural features. It examines the size, shape, and arrangement of body parts, as well as their development and evolutionary changes. Morphologists analyze both the external appearance, e.g., shape, color, texture, and the internal structures, e.g., organs, bones, muscles, of organisms. This field often overlaps with anatomy but can extend to more detailed studies of form and structure at the cellular and molecular levels. Morphological studies use methods such as dissection, microscopy, and comparative anatomy to document and compare the structural features of different organisms. The primary distinction between physiology and morphology lies in their focus and objectives. Physiology is concerned with function, how biological systems operate and interact to support life processes. Morphology, on the other hand, is focused on form, how organisms are structured and how these structures have evolved and adapted. For instance, while physiology might explore how the heart pumps blood and regulates blood pressure, morphology would examine the heart's shape, size, and the arrangement of its chambers and valves. Educational and research approaches in these fields also differ. Physiology courses and research typically involve a lot of laboratory work, experiments on living tissues, and the use of technology to monitor and measure bodily functions. Students learn about various physiological processes and how they are regulated. In contrast, morphology often involves detailed studies of physical structures, both through hands-on dissection and the use of imaging tools like microscopes. Students in morphology learn to identify and compare the structural features of different organisms and understand their evolutionary significance. In summary, while both physiology and morphology are essential for understanding living organisms, they do so from different perspectives. Physiology focuses on how biological systems function and interact, aiming to elucidate the mechanisms of life processes. Morphology focuses on the form and structure of organisms, providing insights into their physical makeup and evolutionary adaptations. Together, these fields offer a comprehensive view of the complexity and diversity of life.